Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sebastian. Welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a great show for y'all. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So last night was a very big night. The Lakers unveiled the new statue of Pat Riley, and it was an excellent statue. Very, I think obviously well deserved. If you know anything about Laker history and just NBA history in general, Pat Riley definitely deserved a statue. And on that night, a lot of his former players were in attendance. Former Laker greats were there as well, because it was a special night for the Los Angeles Lakers in terms of history. And one would have thought that the Lakers, given the fact that they were going to be playing against their rival Boston Celtics, longtime rivals, that these guys would have gone out there and competed and tried to win the game. And the Lakers, in typical Laker fashion, did the complete opposite. They went up there, wet the bed, stunk up the place, and it was just a disgrace. They ended up losing the game. If I'm not, let me see the box score. The Lakers lost 111 to 89 points, right? So just disgusting stuff, right? But apparently some former Lakers were pretty vocal about it. And one of them in particular was James Worthy, where it says from an article, James Worthy claims Lakers players disrespected the uniform against the Celtics. And to that I say, you don't say. But before we can get into this report, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. PrizePicks is a daily fantasy app where you pick more or less on player stat projections. And if you get your pick right, you could cash in. Right now, they're giving you $50 in lineups when you sign up and play your first $5. For example, this week I'm picking Victor Wembanyama for 35 points, and I'm also picking Stephen Curry to hit 4 threes. It's always very exciting and gets me all more amped watching the game. Make sure to check if PrizePicks is available in your state today. It probably is. They are available in 50 states. They also just dropped early payouts, so if your player gets off to a hot start, you can cash out before the game even finishes. Pick from all your favorite sports, anything from basketball, baseball, hockey, UFC, soccer, college basketball, tennis, golf, esports, and more. And with the new social feeds feature, you can share PrizePicks with your friends and copy lineups from winners with a single click. Copy lineups you like or use them as inspiration for your own picks. Download the PrizePicks apps today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks is good to be right. All right, let's continue on. It says the Boston Celtics swept the season series against the Los Angeles Lakers with a dominant 111 to 89 win at Crypto.com Arena on Sunday. Lakers legend James Worthy was in attendance for the game, and he ripped the players on SpectrumNet afterward. This game to me wasn't about stats and rebounds at all, Worthy said. All that is the norm. No heart, weak, and it's post All-Star, and we talked about what they needed to do before All-Star. I think they didn't achieve what they wanted. So now you get a break and they come back. Clipper game. Okay, that was a tough game. They won. But this afternoon was weak. It's the Boston Celtics, Worthy stated. No Jason Tatum. You're at home. You're in the 5th place. You're trying to move up. You show no respect for the uniform when you come out. And you get out rebounded, a rebound after offensive rebound. Pritchard, Jaylen Brown, you can sniff out weakness. It continues on. When you do that, you can just dominate. Worthy continued. That's what they did. The Lakers got to decide who they want to be because right now I'm not sure. They're a good team. I'm not taking that away from them. They're a good team. They got a lot of offensive power. Just to come out like that at home with no effort, it was tough to watch. Man, that was tough to read. Jesus Christ, man. They got to just be like reading people's quotes, man. Jesus Lord. Anyway, you heard what James Worthy had to say there. What are my thoughts about this? Who believes that this Lakers group gives a damn about Lakers history and lore? Who? Who do you think on this Lakers team cares about it? Who? You think it's LeBron? You think he cares? You think it's Luka Doncic? You think it's Austin Reeves? Maybe Austin Reeves, probably. These guys don't care, man. They don't care. They don't care. That pride, bro, these are just people wearing the jerseys. The last group of Lakers that I think really cared and being about being Lakers with that 2010, 9, 8, that group, those guys were Lakers. Those guys were Lakers. Those guys didn't like the Boston Celtics, man. They didn't like them. Lamar Odom and Jordan Farmar, Derek Fisher, Kobe, DJ McBenga, all of these. They didn't like Sasha Vujicic. They didn't like the Celtics. These guys, man, they don't care about none of that. You think they cared about, we got to put on? They don't care. If they cared, you would see more effort from them. You would see Luka after a missed shot or a foul getting up and running back on. They don't care. They don't care. This group is just a bunch of guys that wear the Laker jersey that go out there and play basketball. They don't care about the history of this organization. I personally don't think so. I just think that they're playing. They're going to try to compete. They're earning their money, and that's it. I don't think most of these guys care to be Lakers. Honestly, I don't get that sense from them. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments, and we'll catch you on the next show. Peace.